Sean from Ace Appliance in Toledo, Ohio. Welcome back to another in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com. Alright, we're here with an LG electric dryer. Complaint is that it's noisy when it runs. So basically we're just going to turn it on and see if we can hear the noise. Okay, I use a number 2 Phillips, but actually I incorporated with my drill. I had to use my socket and ratchet set. I have a 1/4 inch and a 9/16, my small crescent wrench, and a flathead screwdriver. So turn it on, select the cycle, hit start. Obviously we can hear a loud noise, so we're going to shut it off. We're going to then start to disassemble the unit and then find out exactly what is making that noise. Alright, so to remove the top panel to get inside, there are 3 screws at the back. The Phillips, number 2. Alright, so we got that off. Now the top will slide back and to be able to remove it. Now because of the placement of the plug, we haven't turned the machine off or unplugged it, so there is still power going to it, so we'll keep that in mind when we're handling our components here. Next component I need to take off is our control panel. To do that, there's a screw through the top here and a screw through the top here, which I'm going to have to remove. With that, now we should be able to lift up. Alright, there are 2 screws through the front here that I'm going to have to take off on this one. So we'll try this again now. So that is loose. So I'm just going to kind of let it sit here like it is because I don't want to disconnect the wires because they are still live. Now we'll go to our front panel. We'll open up the door. There are 2 screws there, and then there's some screws across the top. So that way we can actually gain access to the machine and then have a chance to see what is making that noise. So we're going to open the door. 2 screws we have to take out here where the lint trap is. So we'll remove those. Shut the door. Now, basically we're going to remove the screws that are 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's what I'll do now. Those out, now we should be able to pull our front panel off like this, and we have to disconnect our door switch, which is right here, and then we can remove our front panel and set that off to the side. Alright, now we have access to at least the interior of the machine, and we can see, maybe get a better glimpse of what was making that noise. just by something as simple as rotating the drum on our own. So that's what I'll do. Alright, looks like the drum rollers, the little wheels down in here. That one is shot, I can wiggle that. That one's a little wiggly as well. There are two in the back. We can reach in and check those out next. Actually, the rear ones seem to be okay, just the front ones are done. So what I'll do is I'll get an estimate together for that and we'll see what the customer would like to do. Okay, so to replace our bag rollers in the front here, we're going to remove this bracket so I'm going to get this bracket off. So I'm going to just take off these. Then the bracket is loose, and then we can actually just kind of turn it back and set it on the drum, because the drum's going to stay in. We have to disconnect our light. We have some wiring running through the drum harness there. Set that back. And now to remove this, we have down at the bottom, we have a wire for our sensor, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and there just 4 screws around, Phillips screws around the perimeter. So we'll take those off now. Just disconnected our sensor wire. Alright, get our screws off, so now we can remove their whole front housing. Here, now we can access our wheels. Alright, so I want to remove this so I can get to the back side of the roller here. So I'm going to remove my lint screen first. Set that out of the way. It looks like we'll just have a couple of screws to hold this in place, so we're going to remove that. We'll see if that was a good assumption or not. There we go, we got this out. Now it exposes this, which is what I was after. So, with that out of the way, now I'm going to set this upside down so that way we can get to both sides of the rollers. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and try to remove this roller. So we got the roller out, we dropped the washer, so we're going to make sure to pick that up so when we go to reassemble, we have everything we need. So I got my new roller, I'm going to get my washers back from the other one, and we're going to go ahead and mount these in place with our washer. Get our other washer here, and then our nut. I'm going to go ahead and try to tighten it up the best we can by hand. And grab my socket. I just want to try to tighten that up. Just like that. So now we're in position. That's good. One down, one to go. So we're going to go on to the next one. So, alright, so we're going to get off our other roller right now. And just like last time, we're going to have some washers and a nut. Alright, so get our washer, just got to tighten it all up. Alright, there we go. So now we're going to lay this down and put that little lint screen duct back on. Alright, so we have our lint duct here piece that we're going to put back on. Just like that. And then get our 2 screws that we took out. Alright, we're going to go ahead and get this back in. We have to tuck the new wheels underneath our front of our drum. And then on the side we have to get our tabs into the side panel here. That's in position there. I'm going to connect my center wire before I forget. And then now we can put in the 4 screws around the perimeter that we removed earlier. Alright, now with that in place, well, I might as well put my lint screen back in. Now we can go ahead and the trim piece that we took off up here, we have to go ahead and install next. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and grab our bracket and our controls here. The controls we're just going to kind of let hang down out of the way. So we're going to focus on getting this bracket in place. And there are slots on the bracket that we're focused on right now. Getting those in position. Just like that. So we'll go ahead and put the screws for that in place. Alright, then we can take our control and just kind of, maybe we can get it up out of the way. Just so it'll kind of stay here. Alright, now we can grab our front panel, put our front panel on. So we have our front panel, we got to connect our door switch. Alright, now we'll move this out of the way. Maybe I shouldn't have put that back on, huh? Alright, now when we're doing this, we have to also hook up our light switch, which we removed earlier. Or light, sorry. Now we can put our panel in position, and we'll grab our screws and start securing our front panel to the dryer. We can put our control back in position. And get everything lined up before we push it. Alright, then just kind of snap in like it did there. Then there are 2 screws that go across the inside here. Open up our door, we still have the 2 screws that we took out the first time. we have to just put the top panel on and then attach the screws on the back. So now we have our top panel. Put that in position. Slide it open. And then we have our 3 screws that need to be reinstalled. Complaint was noisy when the unit tumbled. What we found was the rollers that support the drum are damaged, so we replaced the 2 front rollers, and that took care of the problem. Thank you for watching another quality in-home diagnostic video brought to you by ApplianceVideo.com.